How oddly fitting for it to be the Gear Savannah that we hear. Goodness gracious. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome. Let me lower the music just a little bit, just a smidge. More so in my ear, I guess, than in your ear. I'm not sure how it's coming along for you guys. So we'll just lower that. Maybe raise my microphone a little bit. I've noticed I'm a little bit on the low side. There we are. Hello, hi, Emmy. Hi. Hello. Today I'm doing a dual stream. I am now on YouTube and over here. I just figure that I take my time. Wanted to make sure that everything was operational. Hello, hi, I am so happy to see you. But yes, I just wanted to make sure that everything was working optimally. My model is probably wigging out a little bit because I have like multiple light sources today. I'm still figuring some stuff out. I'm always figuring stuff out. I guess that's kind of the theme for me. And yeah, I figured today, because I really wanted it to be today. I was trying to do it last week, but it did not coincide with me in the cards. Well, I have some stories. I've got some interesting stories, mostly regarding my last few days because I worked overtime. If you have seen less of me, it's because I've changed my schedule. I'm now in the day shift. That's one big thing. So that's why I'm not streaming during the middle of the day. I'm streaming in the afternoons again, maybe even the evening hours, depending on how long I feel like staying awake, which unfortunately, due to my late start, means that today might be a short stream if I'm not careful. And yeah, what I've been up to, what has been going on, well, to put it in the simplest way possible, I burnt myself. Well, I've hurt myself over the course of several days. Yeah, several days. For lack of a better way of putting it, I was accident prone all week. I pretty much hurt myself in different ways each and every single day, and I was unable to stream. Couple that with the fact that I needed to do some editing, I was working overtime, and the fact that I still needed to record some lines, I was basically just unable to do anything that I actually wanted to do with my spare time. And so here we are. Here I am at this weird hour on this weird day, just trying to figure stuff out. Hopefully I'm coming in nice and clear. Hopefully everyone is able to see what I am saying, hear what I am saying, and notice what I'm doing. We will see how things move along throughout the stream. But yes, hello and hi. The stream title is not weird, I promise you. There is a method to this madness. You see, I had a lot of things come in the mail, which is the other reason why I wanted to stream a little bit later. My original plan was Monday, but that didn't work out. That didn't pan out for me. So I unfortunately had to move my stream to Tuesday because, well, it just happens to work out so much better that way for me. And so here we are. It is Tuesday, I believe. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, no, it is Tuesday. That's right, because tomorrow is Thursday. It's a very important thing that I remember that tomorrow is Thursday, or Wednesday, rather, because tomorrow is my Friday. I get to go to work and then come home knowing that I'm going to have 2 days off to myself with no interruptions. Nothing is going to stop me from going to the movies. Nothing is going to stop me from relaxing, chilling, and maybe playing some video games. Today is just a special day where I get to talk a little bit about what I've been up to and what I've received in the mail. So, for this, I'm going to have to go into PNG mode because my model is not going to be able to handle my camera being shifted over into a different direction where I'm constantly looking down, because my model isn't trained for that, and I don't have an appropriate angle where I could present my camera where it could capture me at least in the best way possible. So, let's do Digi Show and Tell with my more two-dimensional self, courtesy of Pixel Secret. Wish they were still awake, but alas, they have to go to bed. You know how it is, time zones and all that. So, there we go. That's a little bit better. And, all right, it's time for that show and tell. Let me make sure the music isn't too loud in my ears, but I can still allow you guys to hear it on your side. It's just that when the music gets loud, I can sometimes barely hear myself think. So now I adjust it on the stream side so you guys can still enjoy it. That's better. Okay. And of course, adjust my microphone. So I'm way the heck over here. Hello. Hi. Human hands. It's weird to always have human hands. I really should consider getting gloves. I have considered getting like nice white gloves that can go over my hand, and then I can wear on top of that like, I don't know, I guess black fingerless gloves. Let me look at, yeah, no, maybe like gray pointed gloves. And then if I can find like a decent yellow-ish, green-ish fingerless gloves, I could potentially just emulate the hands in coloration and presentation. Now, for the big butt that's kind of in the way, say hello to the certified, definitely guaranteed, and fully licensed hater of the Spinosaurus. I had to get this guy. As soon as I found out that the Hammond collection from Mattel was doing Jurassic Park 3 stuff, and that they were going to finally give us a figure for the Spinosaurus, I had to score this guy. I mean, look at him. He may have been a bastard for killing the T-Rex, but I love him. This model, this posability, and the size. I mean, this is my hand. Look at, it's huge. He is huge. This is how I imagine like a small Voonith to look like if I were to hold him in my hands. I haven't shown this to Shnun yet. I should probably scare her with it. But I mean, look at this guy. He's actually ratcheted. That's actually the part that I'm kind of crazy about. It's like smooth motions for the most part, but like his joints have a light plastic ratchet. It makes me fear that he will loosen up over time, and I have even seen some folks complain saying that their copy of the Spinosaurus is very wobbly. I am shaking him vigorously, and I can guarantee you that this guy is not wobbly. He is holding his pose. The only ones that gave me a little bit pause for concern were his feetsies, but that is beside the point. I love him. His body is firm. Spine is presentable, a nice hard plastic, very sturdy. Tongue is also ratcheted. I love it. I love him so much, even though he is a certified hater of T-Rexes. I think the only thing that I can honestly complain about is the hands. They're made of rubber, but that's not an issue. I don't mind that they're made of rubber. I don't mind that these hands here are made of rubber, that they're bendable, poisable, that they aren't going to hurt nobody. That's not an issue. I also adore that they made one claw bigger than the other, trying to give it some form of accuracy. The issue I have with this hand is actually this one specifically. I don't know if it's an issue across the board, or if it's just my copy. My copy has the right hand very sturdy, durable, and turns perfectly fine, but the left hand seems to have separated slightly from the joint, making this very loose. Like, I'm terrified of turning it at the wrist because of separation potential. So I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I may have to look through some forums and see about like any potential fixes that I can do to this little guy. But it's not a deal breaker. I'm not going to like dock points over a small issue with quality control, especially on a figure that right now is like $65 on Target, but good luck finding him for anything cheaper than $100, because the Hammond collection is one of those collectible figure lines, which means they look really nice, they look really cool, and they're fairly affordable when you can get them, but it also means that Mattel is not going to print out more copies in the future, meaning cop it while you can, because once it's gone, it is gone. Which means I also have to be careful with this guy, because if I break him, I'm never going to get another copy of him. Now, if you'll excuse you, become Vord. Okay, no more of that. No more of that. I am sorry. That is inappropriate to do on twitch.tv and youtube.com. Unless it's youtube.tv. Also, his tail's a bendy wire. Like, it has one point of articulation here where it inserts, but then it's like a bendy wire. So I could pose this tail however I please, and it's... I can't get over the fact that this is here, it exists, and it's so cool, but I have no shelf space for him. I legitimately thought that he was going to be so much smaller, and I was so unbearably wrong that I am now terrified of where I can even put him, where I could display him. So, yeah, that's a good problem to have, I guess. I'm going to have to afford myself some shelf space, because if I decide to get him and a T-Rex so I can pose them together, they're going to take up so much space. So, I'm just going to casually put Spino away to relax and vibe for now. I think there are some paint application errors here. Like, I don't know if that's just a detail that's supposed to be there, or if this is supposed to be a solid red like the rest of the figure. Again, quality control is very questionable. It is Mattel. I don't necessarily trust them 100% with quality of their line, but I don't care. I love him so much. I do. I love him. I'm going to put him down now. All right, Spino, you're going to rest on the bed. Stay over there. Don't be a hater. Okay. And in addition to all that, you probably have seen all these cute little stickers over here and some other things. That's because I acquired other items. Item number one being something that I've been waiting for a very long time to get, and that is the... He pooped on the screen. I am so sorry. That is indecent. Hold on. And that is this adorable little Monster Hunter Digimon device. I love it so much. I'm raising a Nargacuga right now. More specifically, if I can get him to be on the screen. Focus, camera, focus... It's a green Nargacuga. Look at that. Ain't he adorable? I raised him from a baby, and now he's a green Nargacuga. I'm trying to raise him with as few care mistakes as possible. I gave him a bunch of battles, and if he lives, he'll eventually become Silverwind Nargacuga. I think that's going to be really cool. The monster selection on here is pretty decent, but they're fairly easy to raise. If you know what you're doing, you're going to get what you want. I had no idea what I was doing. Accidentally got Nargacuga when I was originally aiming for Rathalos, but hey... We live and learn, and that's what we're all about. I decided to open up that one because I have a second device. This one in the Zinogre colors. I love the way they look. They're definitely a good part of the collection, and I look forward to doing a simultaneous hatch where maybe they'll fight each other. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. I'm going to set you aside. And your eyes aren't deceiving you. If this thing's screen hasn't turned off, that should give you a clue. I put it on the necklace because I've been wearing it to work for 2 weeks. But yes, this is he from 1997. Hold on, if I can just get the camera to focus on him. There he is in all of his glory. Look at him. The original 1997 Digital Monster, when they only had one egg, the version 1, and it took me 2 weeks of perfect care, meticulous battling, no care mistakes, only wounds. It took me 2 weeks, but here he is, Metal Greymon. Metal Greymon, a device from 1997, a virtual pet that sold in the United States in December. And here it is. Isn't he brilliant? Still working, crisp screen contrast. Like, the camera isn't doing it justice to what the eye can see, but this is crisp, clean. Like, obviously because I took it to work, I do have a bit of scuff. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of having something like this around your neck or in your shirt pocket. But the idea that this guy is still kicking after so many years is wild to me. It even came in its original box. Like, the original box here, I feel like is almost its own time capsule. Like, this right here was how we collected, how raised our Digimon, how we saw them in stores way back in 1997. A clear screen presented in a little case that looks like it was just exploding out, and then a long line of text that just oozes 1990s radical energy. Digimon is the unique digital monster from cyberspace, accessed from the megalithic mainframe. I don't know where they got megalithic mainframe. I think they meant digital world, but I guess megalithic mainframe was just somehow the better wording here. Digimon comes to you to be hatched, raised, and trained for the ultimate monster match. A cyber showdown between one Digimon and another with the exclusive Dock and Rock feature. You can link up your Digimon with your friend's Digimon. Only one will win. Who will reign victorious? It depends on how well you raised and trained your Digimon. Feed him well, train him thoroughly, for when the time comes for Digimon to return to the megalithic mainframe, his ultimate honor is to be the strongest. This was their advertisement for boys who wanted a Tamagotchi, because Tamagotchi, despite the fact that it's technically for everyone, everyone can pick up a Tamagotchi, everyone can raise a Tamagotchi baby, the Digimon was supposed to be Bandai's answer to, well, what if we had a Tamagotchi exclusively for boys? And this was that answer. This was that answer from the makers of Tamagotchi. The box is a little scuffed, but when this little guy here finally dies, I'm going to put a tab on him so that way he can like rest assured knowing that I will hatch him again in the future. And maybe I'll raise a Metal Greymon again, or maybe I'll go for something different. Maybe I'll raise Numamon, raise him into Monzimon, arguably the strongest Digimon on the original devices. For whatever reason, he was stronger even than Metal Greymon. Let that sink in. Intro. Hey, you just came in during my little history lesson and my little show and tell. I just finished showing off the Monster Hunter Digimon that I picked up here. I just realized, did I feed you? I did not feed you. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can't do it on stream. Can I position that? Okay, got to feed him some meat. Let's see if I can move him closer to the camera. There we go. Feed him some meat. Can we do some training? Nope. There we go. That's better. Look at him. He's so happy and proud. That is adorable. I love him. I love him so much. Precious little baby. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, we rocking with an original 1997 digital monster, rocking with a Monster Hunter digital monster. And thanks to the guys at Zen and TCG who allowed me to pre-order that digital monster, I was able to get my hands on some goodies, of course. They always give me some stickers. Right now they gave me these adorable little sprite stickers. The only thing is that because of these sprites, I am not 100% sure who they represent. This one is definitely Ogremon, but it's so hard to tell what the other Digimon is because it's overly stylized with the pixels, so I may need a chart for it, or I may need to just get good on Digimon identification. But that's okay, because the other stickers are very easy to identify, courtesy of Rakuromon on Twitter, or X, whichever you prefer. Black Gabumon, look at this little dude. Look at him. I love how mischievous he looks. But from the Wind Guardians, I do have to give my love to Palmon, because look at that. It's a little dragon fruit. It's a little dragon fruit with the qualities of a bird. McRaptor. Hey, Max. What's good? We're just vibing, doing a little show and tell. How dare Twitch not alert me to you live? Listen, it's fine. I don't get bothered by it anymore. I really don't. I'm just happy if anyone ever shows up. If no one shows up, I just get to talk to myself for a little bit while we open up some cards and talk stuff. Which does bring me to, I do want to talk about this little device, and it's getting to me that I haven't gotten to it yet, but I promise I will. I just have one more device to get to. Whereas this came in 1997, and I'm missing right now the 1998 Pendulum, which would have been the perfect device to show off. This right here is a predecessor, is also an old device. This comes from 2003. 2003, never came to the United States. This is called a Digimon Pendulum X. This is basically the same thing. It has the satisfying little shaky, clicky clickies. Hold on. It stims me. It satisfies me so much. But all the qualities of that and still being a very thin device, by all accounts, its mass isn't too dissimilar to a normal VPET. In fact, the screen's about the same size. The only major difference is just it's flatter and it has more lights. Right now I have it in pause mode because I wanted to show off a Digimon that I was raising on it, and that is... Oh, he's asleep. My bad. Hold on. Oh, hang on. Can I... There we go. We're going to adjust the time. It is 8:16. Unfortunately, it does mean we have to wake him up from his slumber, but that is okay. I think this Digimon will come to forgive me. There he is! Look at him. If I can get him on the screen. Come on, camera, focus. There he is. A mega level Digimon. Thing is, his sprite looks like Metal Seadramon. He looks exactly like Metal Seadramon, like how I would imagine him to be. But this is actually Giga Seadramon. And it's wild to me just looking at him, because it's like, oh my god, look at all the detail that he's suddenly given. Because his original sprite, and this is where show and tell takes a wild turn. Let me grab the more updated from 2019 Digital Monster. The battery is dead. Well, shit. Okay, the point I'm making is that the sprites, they lack detail. This is Metal Greymon. They lack detail, but you can get a general idea from their outline. Whereas this guy here very clearly has more detail, and yet it's on a screen that I guess has slightly more pixels. And because it has slightly more pixels, it can afford to have a better looking screen, a better looking display, which again, the camera isn't picking it up very well, but he is crisp to the human eye, and I adore him. And this came from an age of Digimon where you needed luck 2 times. You needed to shake him a precise number of times for him to land his hits for training and battle, and then hoped and pray that this feature, this Zai, landed you a good number. It's basically a 6-sided die, technically a 7-sided die because of the 7 lights, but that 7th side is for more chaotic chaotic stuff. So now I can like just roll the dice and just show off like what I'm talking about. Like the idea that this is a feature is wild to me. I never would have dreamed that this was something that came to my possession, and I will tell you, because of how rare these guys are and the fact that they never came out in the United States, you know, he's just, oh, he was expensive, but he was worth it. I had to get my hands on him. It was worth every freaking penny. Even if I probably went broke for a weekend, it was just worth it to have it in my hands and say that, yes, I have one, and I'm so happy. Now I just have to... Huh? Hold on. I forgot how to turn him off. Uh-oh. How do I... I forgot how to suspend him. Well, I guess you're around until I either make you die or something else. So, okay, he's muted, so he won't interrupt us. I'll probably still take care of him. But the show and tell continues. Oh, right. So, Zenin TCG also sent me 2 cards. Sadly, they're not translated, but I do like it. It's the Zubamon line, which, that's really cool. I like the Zubamon line. The 20th anniversary Digimon, that they're so cute that I kind of just adore them, even if they're not the best to play in the card game. What can I say? I am a slave to aesthetics. I think we all are, depending on if you're an artist or just someone who admires aesthetic. It's about that aura, I guess. Excuse me. I'm hydrating by drinking lean. The grape flavor is very subtle. For the record, it's Gamersups. It's Gamersups. It's not actual lean. It's Gamersups. I have to clarify. Now, for show and tell as we continue, this is a very special device. One, it's in the Digimon colors, which I was really happy that the person who made this, I'm so happy that they got it to me in these colors. I would have preferred Pulsemon colors. Maybe if they make another one, I'll see if I can cop a Pulsemon colored one. But this is based on the Swift Marine Sea Snake. Hi, Faith. Hello, hello. And what's special about this is that this is a Digimon device. Yes, I know it's a bit thick, but that's because they were programming with a really big board. And yes, I know the screen is small, but make no mistake, it comes with quite a lot. Again, the camera is probably not catching that refracting rate, but to the eye, the naked eye, this thing is crisp and clear. And I, of course, have to clean his poop. Because of course I do. Like, make no mistake, even though the screen is small relatively to the size of the chassis, this thing is chock full of Digimon goodness. Raising a baby, taking care of the baby, doing everything in your power to make sure this baby stays alive. And this is all done by a fan who just programmed it with a board, gave it an update port, an on and off switch, USB charging, USB Type-C I might add. Good shit. And sure, this case isn't dust-proof. I'll have to find a way to cover this because this thing is hollow on the inside. Like, I can see the wiring in the board inside, and I imagine the battery pack is all back here, that giant battery goodness that I have to charge every week. But, like, the idea that a fan sat down, uploaded sprites from Bondi, and created his own VPET where you feed them, clean them, train them, put them out for adventures, and evolve them into different Digimon. And he programmed all of this and gave little connections here. So if someone else has a device just like this, we can connect and fight. Someone programmed this. I want that to sink in. The Digimon creative side of things isn't just in art. It's in technology. That they made their own VPET. It is a marvel and a celebration of what fandoms can do when you have a group of people who want to do better. Like, I see a lot of Pokemon fans complaining, and yet I don't see them making a Pokemon game. They make ROM hacks, but they never make their own game. They never make their own game with their own compelling story. And for Digimon fans, we want a VPET that can do a lot of crazy things, and in comes one guy from Europe to make this. It's beautiful, and it's a celebration. I love it so much. So much so that I'm going to be running that bad boy. Hopefully he gets to evolve soon. He's a little Mochimon, and he'll evolve into something great, I hope. Let me see if I can turn this light off. I think I have plenty of light in the room, so I don't have to worry about a lamp getting in the way. So, you're probably wondering, am I going to build this? Probably not today. Probably not today, because show and tell is about to take a turn. Because show and tell is also a big old stack of Digimon cards. Oh, yes, it has been so long since I've done this, but I'm going to be opening up a pack of cards. A bunch of packs of cards. Did I just drop that? I already opened up one pack. It's a pack that you get when you order a box of Digimon cards. And I already love him because look at this. Look at what I got. I love him so much. This is Huckmon. He evolves into a royal knight, and I love the art here because look at him. He's so proud, standing atop a building and wearing his cape. Like, he is such a pure boy. He is the purest hero boy that you could ask for in all of Digimon. And then there's Dorumon. I love this little gremlin dragon creature. He is just a fucking creature. And when he evolves, he becomes a royal knight of considerable strength and power. The empty throne, the one and only Alphamon. Now, to give you an idea of how many cards we're looking at, the box is telling me there are 79 types in total. That means there are 79 unique cards. This box holds 24 packs with 12 cards in each pack. we're going to be here for a little while. But this isn't just any ordinary pack. I should make that clear. This is the Versus Monsters pack. Now, what's special about this, and this is what I was looking forward to so much because it's a celebration and it's another celebration that I wholeheartedly adore. The original digital monster devices with their crazy evolution lines, versions 1 through 5, they're all here. They're all here and separated as types, as different mons. So when I open these packs of cards, I'm going to potentially pull a bunch of cards that come from the Digital Monster set, that come from the Digital Monster series, but they're also going to show up some guest Digimon that I look forward to showing off. Really cool guest Digimon, I might add. And oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I have been staring at these for days since they came in the mail, wanting to tear them open, but I wanted to save them for the stream so that we can like look them over, have a decent look at them, show off some beautiful card art, and then hopefully from there maybe even just show off and talk about like what they can do, what they're capable of, what we can expect. Maybe I can build a deck with something from here. Who knows? Something fun, something a little exciting. And it's just because it's a celebration. I originally wanted to go grab my Digital Monster colors and hatch them all so that way we could raise a baby of each device and I can be like, you could someday turn into this and you could someday turn into that. And I thought that would be cool, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let us dig in. Oh god, the first pack. The first pack. God, I'm excited. Can I make this a clean rip? That was not a clean rip. I'm now disappointed. That means this pack is going to suck. This pack is automatically going to suck because I couldn't do a clean rip. But, oh, and already. So this is the other thing I really like about these cards. Look, if you're wondering, they did a stylized thing with the Digimon where they have the color and the border look like they're coming out of the V-Pet. And the color V-Pet tells you exactly what Digimon this is. So this is version 3 Digimon. And it's Unimon. Look at that. I love the art here. Like, gosh, look at him. And at the bottom corner for his Digivolution effect, their evolution inherited effects, it's the little sprite. It's a colored version of their sprite from the V-Pet. That is so cool. Gosh. Oh, see, and now we already have a guest. So this one is not from the original Digital Monsters. These are guests. Eismon Scatter Mode. I don't know what it is about Eismon, but he terrifies me. Oh! I think we can relate to this. There's Tanamon just vegging out, growing inside of the ground. I hate that there's a literal piece of poop grow right next to it. But hey, I guess you got to work that fertilizer if you're going to sell the meat that grows out of the ground. So you know what? You do you, boo. You do you. Another Eismon. I'm already angry because that's... Wow, that is twice in a row, and I already don't like it. I don't like Eismon. I mean, he's a cool design, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at all those eyes. He can see everything. And I think he has seen everything, but gosh, I am not a fan of Eismon. Ooh, that's better. Let's go. Version 2 Digimon, the child Digimon, Elecmon. And look at that, he's surrounded by all these cool sprites. Oh, it's like he's jumping right out of the virtual pet. That is so cool. I love him. I love him so much. Oh, I love him. Oh, gosh. And then we got Sunamon, the actual baby of the version 2 V-Pets. And he's about to be given some meat. As you do, you got to feed your Digimon. You got to make sure that they're well fed, well taken care of. If you're not taking care of your Digimon, who the hell are you and what are you doing in my house? And another guest Digimon. This one I'm actually kind of looking forward to if I can get a complete set of. This is Hanimon. This is a new Digimon that came from the Digimon Liberators webcomic. I think it's in the webcomic or it might be in the web novel. I'd have to actually double check. But it's a brand new puppet-based Digimon. And they're really cool looking. I love their design and aesthetic. Okay. We need to get Gabumon. I hope we get Gabumon soon. Look at this absolute good boy. Hello, Garurumon. Look at him. Look at him. He's so mischievous. He's so proud of what he's eating that big old piece of meat. He is the goodest boy. I could pat his head all day. Look at him. There is nothing but the most devious and happiest thoughts behind those eyes. I love him so much. Gosh. Kabuterimon. You get him by raising him perfectly on the version 2 device, and I just love that it's such a weird thing to progress from. It's like, look at this little puppy, then he becomes a bug, and it's like such confusion. Biomon from the version 4 device. Oh, look at her. She is ready for action. I love that she is ready for action. I think I love this illustration here. Like, I very rarely get to see good art of Biomon, and seeing her like that makes me so happy. Oh, this is the other guest Digimon. Wind Guardian Vegetable Digimon. Say hello to Hydramon. I think I got a copy of her in the Dragon's Roar pack from way back in the day. I can't even say way back in the day. I think it was like a couple of years back. And she was a very strong Digimon. Make no mistake. Look at that. It is a Hydra. It is a Hydra plant. It has teeth in the very center that's going to pull you in. And of course, because I have to make this joke, because at this point the internet has made it an obligated thing, Hydracy. If you get it because you see it in the art, I know what you are. And if you're a clean one, you know that I'm not that man. But hear me out. And a Badomon. Apparently an unidentified Eyes Digimon evolution. I'm still not a fan of you. Why are you here? You're kind of taking away from the celebration here. And that was just in Pack 1. Not a very good start for Pack 1, but hey. It's Biolante. It's basically just Biolante. You're absolutely right. And you know what? I think I've heard so many people do hear me outs for Biolante. So guess what? Hear me out for Hydramon then. God, I need to not do that. And it looks like, speaking of Hydramon, it looks like we got the prior evolution for Hydramon on the next pack that we're about to open up. Toropiamon. I love Toropiamon because look at that. It's just a collection of plants. It has pineapple arms. Like, they're vambraces. It's almost like a dinosaur, but it's not a dinosaur. It's like a dragon, but it's not a dragon. It's vegetation. But it's one of the many iconic faces of the Wind Guardians Digimon. Just so cool. And the idea that this becomes Hydramon is amazing. Palmon! The evolution from Tanamon. Look at you. Look at that. She's posing and looking at a cactus flower. That's really cute. I like that art. Oh man, that is actually very adorable. I love that. Ooh! Okay, I was waiting for you. I was waiting to find you. Dark Tyrannomon. Shout out to Godzilla, because boys, we're getting a Godzilla device very soon. I pre-ordered that a long time ago, and I just have to wait until it comes in the mail by the end of the year. But always remember, version 5 Digimon like this one were originally supposed to be a Godzilla crossover device. And so when I see Dark Tyrannomon, I'm immediately like, oh, we got Godzilla! Let's go! So we got the boy. Do we have another one? Ooh, yes we do. And this one actually looks really dope. So the sprite, and this is where I gotta zoom in. So the sprite for Dividramon, if you're only paying attention to the shape and you're not paying attention to anything else, looks exactly like a certain Oxygen Destroyer based bastard. And you would be right. That is Destoroyah. However, the updated art does not look like Destroya. But I cannot deny that artwork for Dividramon looks so wicked. That is a Digimon you never want to cross, even in your worst nightmares. God, I love him. God, I love him. That is Destroya. I love him. Oh, and speaking of eating meat, look at little Tokomon biting off more than it can chew. Just, Oh, I love the baby art here. They're all so cute. It's got that pastel art style. It's just, oh, it's pure sugary diabetes. The more that I admire the art on these guys, it's wonderful. Oh, is this another version 5? Ooh, okay. So this one, I'm going to have to try to make sure you only see the sprite. Hold on. Okay, so if the camera can focus. All right, ignoring the color and you're only seeing the outline, does that not just look like Space Godzilla? Godzilla with shoulder pads, right? That is 100% Space Godzilla. I see it. That is the vision. That is Space Godzilla. That is Mr. And yet, we have Tuskmon, which is basically just a dinosaur with really large tusks on its back. I think that's still really cool as a design. I adore the design, but looking at it and knowing where the original sprite comes from, it's just Space Godzilla. But God, what an interesting design. Love it all the same. Now, this one's a little bit weird because I don't think they thought about how the baby was supposed to look, but we got little Pagumon. And I guess he's just blowing bubbles everywhere. This chaotic little creature. I love him. I love him. He's just a chaotic little goober. He's a little bean. Oh, you're telling me to hydrate? Don't you worry. I'm going to drink some of my Gamer Sups. It's lean flavor, if you didn't catch that from earlier. So no, it is not illegal substances. It is a flavor of Gamer Sups that is grape. A very subtle grape. It's like not strong, but I still like the taste. It's all right. It's all right. Maybe not my favorite. It's never going to be Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, but hey, nothing ever is. Now, this is an interesting Digimon. Coming from the version 4 device, this is an Invader Digimon. I'm glad they registered it as an Invader, because when you look at this sprite, once it focuses, there we go, this sprite, ignoring once again the color, this is technically from the original Tamagotchi. A Digimon like this exists in the world of Tamagotchi. However, they made lore that this little guy went from the world of Tamagotchi and entered the digital space, and so became Nannymon. A muscle-bound, drunken, bearded ball man. And he's bald. He's a bald ball man. He's like the drunken dad that you really, really want to ignore at cookouts. The uncle. We'll say the uncle. The drunken uncle. And I love that they said, oh, yeah, it's just soda that he's drinking in the anime. And it's like, dog, he's drinking the hard stuff. Oh! Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. This right here is File Island. This is where the first Digimon for, like, the V-Pets hung out, where the original 100 Digimon all hung out. This island. You can see all the different things, the different biomes on this one island that exists, and that all these Digimon came from here. This is where you got your feet wet. This is basically the beginning area of a Digimon adventure. You just plop on this island, get your feet wet, get used to how the world works, and then right in the very middle of it, Infinity Mountain. This right here is where Machinedramon was made by compiling code. There is so much lore in these cards, it's unreal. And we got Gabumon! Oh, let's go! Look at him! Eating that meat, clear off the bone, clean off the bone, and he is the happiest little goober, hand on his face. That is the look of pure content. That is what it looks like to just achieve true happiness in its purest form. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Agumon too in the same pack. Let's go. And he's doing shadow boxing for his training. Look at him. Oh, I love this art. Look at him. He's just so dynamic. He's going in for a punch. Oh, if he was being coached by anyone, it would be his tamer right behind him. And the idea that this has the border of like a digital monster V-Pet only makes it better. It only makes it better. Look at him. Oh, and he's shiny. All right, and what else do we got? Yo. Oh, this is textured. Andromon. the Ultimate Digimon for version 3, which, believe it or not, I think was supposed to be like a mythical monster-based Digivice, because if I can get... The sprite makes me think of a weird-looking version of a skeleton, which adds to the fact that there's a metal skull on the top of his head. Oh, it's just so good. Look at him. He's just, I love this design. He those dead inside eyes as he launches his chest missiles at you. This Frankenstein skeletal abomination. And yet, I love him. He's actually a gentle Digimon. Believe it or not. He's a gentle Digimon. God, we're only going through our third pack now. I am terrible at opening because all I can do is talk about lore. And then, of course, there's more, because look at that. We were just talking about Palmon, and look, Pamumon. Look at this dragon fruit creature, this Pamu fruit, this absolute little unit. Gosh, maybe we'll get Parasaurmon and complete the evolution line. That would be pretty dope, actually. Like, look at that. He is ready to chomp on anything in front of him. Precious Babu. Soundbirdmon, yay, the baby version of Eyesmon. So many eyes. I am actually the least impressed with Eyesmon. Oh, is this another version 5? Yep, this is another version 5. This one, again, is a baby that doesn't look like it makes sense when you look at the sprite, because it doesn't invoke any imagery of Godzilla. But I can't deny this Digimon design looks amazing. I mean, look at that. Gizamon, an aquatic Digimon with hair. It's like your worst nightmares made real, because it's probably going to smell like wet dog. Another Hanimon, but no evolution of Hanimon yet. Okay, that's fine. And we got it. Okay, we've completed the evolution line. I'm going to have to, like, display that later. There is Parasaurmon. So we go from Pamumon, who then evolves to Parasaurmon, who then evolves into Toropiamon, who then becomes Hydramon, or Biolante. I don't know why, but I just love it. It's like, here's a dinosaur with a leopard tail, some feathers on its head for a headdress, a beak, and a spine on its back. Deeply confusing, but hey, I'm not going to judge. I love the aesthetic. Oh, we got another Palmon. All right. I'm not going to linger too much on it. We've admired your art before. Sunomon. That's our second Sunomon. All right. I don't hate this one. I don't actually hate this one, because he evolves into something strong. It's Sukamon, a living pile of poop. Look at this absolute devious unit with his friend Chumon on his back, a mouse who is also a devious creature. They are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to ruin your day. And I love him. Like, look at that. Like, I have a weird love-hate relationship with this design for a Digimon. Like, part of me loves him because, wow, he's a devious creature. The other part of me hates him because he's living poop, and he's holding poop in his hands that he's going to throw at you. He's a serial poop flinger. And yet, whatever. Okay, we got another Biomon. And speaking of poop, this one I also don't hate because of his evolution. But look at that. There he is. Numemon. If you have the shit flinger, this is the shit eater. Yeah. He is a trash boy. But as you can plainly see, there's a little teddy bear suit right in front of him. And there's a special reason for that. It's because he climbs into that later and evolves into his ultimate stage. And that is Monzamon, or Teddymon as he's called in Japan. Heckin' strong, too. Yo! Version 2 Ultimate Level Digimon, Skull Greymon. That is feral. Look at that. He is ready to ruin your day. He's technically a skeleton of Cyclomon, which is supposed to look like... after looking at the design, I'm not sure what Cyclomon is supposed to look like. I'll have to look into that. But, God, what a unit. He is terrifying to behold, and I absolutely love him for that. They didn't need to make him look scary, but I'm glad that they did. He is just terrifying. Gosh, he's so terrifying. I love him. Ooh! And this is adorable. A colorized version. Look, it's got the screen It's meat. It's meat. And look at that. So it's got the little color for the info bar, the meat, training, battle, clean, turning off and on the lights, treating wounds, and the little call signal that he would make. And it's a sprite version of our boy Agumon. Let's go. Look at that. That is cool. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get our hands on protein and have them side by side. I think that would be pretty dope. That is just cool. And it's got the background image of like the VPET version 1 image on the device. That's so cool. I love that. It's, again, this is such a good thing. It's just nothing but celebration of the original devices. Which, how are you doing, Metal Greymon? Are you good? Okay, I'll give you a meat. Hold on, I'll give you some meat to eat. Enjoy that. Here, I'll show you. We're just gonna feed him, and we're gonna give him. Oh, we're gonna give him a vitamin because he's an old man. He can only train for so much. He needs his vitamins. Poor Metal Greymon. He's getting up there in age. And how's Nargacuga doing? Let's see how Nargacuga's doing. Nargacuga could go for some eating and some training. There we go. As you can see, having to babysit while streaming is a little bit strange, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Actually, speaking of babysitting, I haven't even checked on you. How are you doing? Mochimon, you are doing... Oh. Okay, you're not hungry. Your training is good. Your effort is good. Everything is good. Your evolution meter is almost full, which means he might evolve tonight while I'm asleep. That'll be pretty dope. All right, next pack of cards. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully some new cards, because we've been getting lucky so far. Very few repeat cards outside of the Eismon, which I'm already disappointed because at the very top of the pack is, sure enough, another Eismon. Oh, joy. It's Soundbirdmon. Oh, boy. Can't tell you guys how much I love Soundbirdmon and Eismon. But I will not hate on Palmamon. He is a precious fruit that deserves to be protected. Tokumon, oh, so precious. Tokomon, just being a baby. Tuskmon, the bisexual king, Space Godzilla. Gizamon, the strange aquatic hairy baby. Pagumon, bubble-blowing double baby from hell. Another Dark Tyrannomon. Shout out to our boy, the Big G. Another copy of File Island. Let's go. Okay, I might be able to make a deck out of this. Let's go. Gabumon. Purest form of joy. Look at the Fruiter Loop, right? Oh, I love him. Oh, we got protein. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we have meat and protein. Oh, I love that. And it's Betamon on the same device. I already hate what I see. Give me a minute. I have to mentally prepare. But look at that. Same thing. It's the device and everything. You're feeding him a protein because sometimes you can't do training, so you got to give him a protein. And here he is. This is the bastard himself. This is the analog man. For those who aren't educated in Digimon world lore from the video game, this guy accidentally came into the digital world, and instead of viewing Digimon as their own independent creatures that could be friends with you and you could care for them and unlock their full potential, this bastard wanted to enslave the Digimon, and it's thanks to him specifically that we are littered with the curse of data that exists in the digital world for Machine Dramon. He is the reason for Machine Dramon. I have a love-hate relationship with this guy because I hate him. I hate the way he looks. Look at him. Look at his stupid old man nerd-ass face. He looks like a 9-to-5 businessman who deserves to be bullied at all costs. And if we did bully him, I would gladly do so. I would boot up a copy of the old original digital Digimon world, and we would kick his ass over and over and over again. And finally, our last card, Titanmon. Okay, it's a little hard to see, and he doesn't have a cool sprite art. This is an Ace version, by the way, but he is a version 4 Digimon. This is a Mega level Digimon, and boy howdy is he strong. Like, if ever there was a natural evolution for Ogremon, it's this. He is big, green, muscular, and he has a giant fuck-all sword that will end the world, and he is so heckin' tough. I love him. I love his design. I love the fact that he is a mega and it works. It works. Look at this. Oh, boo hiss. His yes haircut. Look at ass. Thank you, Max. Thank you. God damn it. I mean, yeah, he does have a yes haircut. Maybe if he got that trimmed and he got some new shoes, he'd get some bitches on his dick. But we're not going to get into the rest of that phrasing because I cannot say that final word. No matter how many times people try to give me the pass, Wolf, I'm looking at you. You tried. I'm not doing it. Koromon! Oh, we finally got Koromon, the version 1 baby. And poor Bodemon in the background is unfortunately getting pelted by protein. I love it. Actually, it looks like the protein is being dropped, almost like this is what it looks like to them when we're feeding them protein. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's absolutely adorable. This little dude, this absolute little baby. And speaking of Titanmon's prior evolution, there he is, Ogremon. Like, oh my god. Let me see. Can I pull his art real quick? Okay. Like, I'm telling you, it feels like a natural evolution. They both have, like, white hair, green skin. Ogremon is just beefed up and decided to trade the Bone Club for a sword. And that is how it happened. Like, that is how it happened. That is how I want to believe is how it happened when Ogremon evolves into that. I just think it's so cool. It is so unapologetically cool. Fight me. Elecmon! We see him again. You love to see the boy? Ooh! Okay, finally! We got another one of the doll Digimon. This is the puppet Digimon that I've been talking about. This is the only guest that I care about. This is Kokeshimon, a little wooden puppet doll creature. I love her design. I think she fits in perfectly for a lot of the new Digimon aesthetic for the third digital world that we now have that's based on Journey to the West. This is good. This design is, dare I say, elegant. If I were to have this as one of the Digimon that I would be raising, because it's a champion level Digimon. Okay, so that means this is an adult stage. So the other one was a baby. But if I had this as a Digimon I was raising, I would be taking her to proper, like, tea ceremony parties, and we would be splitting delicious pastries together. Shout out to Goji. We got another Dark Tyrannomon. That's our third Tyrannomon, actually. Kunemon! Oh! A version 3 baby. And he's a little worm. If you remember when I played Digimon Survive, Q, because that's all he said. We never got to see him evolve because his trainer died. That sucked. But that's cool. It's cool that we got him. Devidramon still looking badass with that art. I love it. I hate you because of this name. But that is apparently the baby. Everybody, look, it's Negamon. There's an E there for YouTube bots. That is an E, so it's Nega, like Eggman Nega, Negamon. This is the baby for Eismon. Not a very creative looking baby, but, you know, it works. I'm not going to hate on it. Patamon! Oh, he's so chubby. And look at him, he's eating his meat and he's just so happy. Both hands, by the way. Very, very refined. Very good. He's a good boy. He just wants to eat his meat and be in peace. Leave him be. Airdramon, a version 1 Digimon that was supposed to be kind of like an opposite of Seadramon. This guy is the Lord of the Skies, baby. A high-speed Digimon, and I love his design. In fact, he crashes into you in the later part of the Digimon world story to let you know about Machinedramon on Infinity Island, or Infinity Mountain. Oh boy, another copy of this guy with his haircut looks like a Richard. His bob cut looks like a Richard. Ooh! And one of the Digimon that becomes... It's weird. Wait. Ooh! Like with Andromon, this guy is textured. Say hello to Megadramon. I love his sprite work. It's basically supposed to be like a serpent floating... Can I get that to focus? It's like a serpent floating in the sky. He's meant to look really cool. But his overall design of this muscular, like... Digimon with a metal skull head, which should look familiar. That is the head skull of Machinedramon. And then having the claws, it's just so cool. I love the design. He is such a good Digimon. But I noticed that that is another cyborg Digimon with a cool alternate art, which makes me wonder if they did that on purpose. I wonder if that's supposed to be like collect all the pieces to Machine Dramon and then the artwork makes sense type of deals. Oh, I can already see we're being blessed by Goji. Yet again, is it our fourth copy? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Copy number 4. Shout out to the Big G. I forgot to point this out, but it looks like he's popping out of the virtual pet. Like, right here, very clearly, it looks like he's popping out of the virtual pet. And I think that's cool. Like, he is ready to throw hands at your behest. Like, somebody bullied you for your lunch money, and he's coming out like, all right, boss, let me at him. Oh, and to give the idea of why I think he's Godzilla, look at the general shape of that Tyrannomon, and you tell me that isn't just Goji. Like, ignore the color, just focus on the sprite. That is Goji. That is our boy. That is our boy Goji, the big G. Another Koromon, all right. Dividramon. We're getting just as many Dividramons as we're getting the Tyrannomon. Parasaurmon, you gotta appreciate and have love for that. Kokeshimon, okay, we got another one. I love that. Palmon, still admiring that cactus flower. Numemon, if we don't get Monzimon soon, I will be disappointed. Who's screaming? Oh, hold on. As you can see, Metal Greymon tucks himself into bed, but he needs us to turn off the lights to put him to sleep. So let's turn it off and put him to bed. He's fine now. He's fine. Mochimon, on the other hand, requires cleaning. Hang on. Clean. God damn you. You're indecent. Numemon. Now let's see what else we got. Ooh, okay, so this is an artwork that's actually kind of annoying me. So here we have, very clearly, the art and the picture is telling you this is supposed to be for Monochromon. Monochromon is the Triceratops-looking guy to the right. However, Greymon is apparently trying to photobomb here. So it's like he's taking up half of the art that should be fully devoted to Monochromon. And now it's like, oh, okay, cool, we have Monochromon, the version 4 Digimon, but none of that matters because, well, Greymon decided to crash the party and be like, our picture time. Not his picture time, our picture time. We got another Biomon. I still love the look. Is that our wait a minute. 2 Numemon? Oh, and it's in an alternate. So I've got the brick version and I've got the black border version. That's interesting. Is this one of those weird god packs? I wonder. Oh my god, it's the rock and roll king himself. Could it be? It is. Look at him. Ain't he majestic? He oddly enough, he looks kind of adorable here. It's Edamon doing a live concert on the back of a Monzimon. Look at him. He's so precious, showing off that heart's attack, having his microphone in his hand. Oddly adorable for the Elvis monkey. I kind of appreciate that. You know what? We'll call him Elvis. Look at that. Glory be to the king, man. Glory be to the king. And our final card in this one, holy shit. All right, we got Blitz Greymon. This is supposed to be his virus ultimate because technically, originally, Metal Greymon is a virus-type Digimon before they made him into a vaccine because of the anime. And this right here was the answer to War Greymon. If you had War Greymon, good for you, I guess. But Blitz Greymon is the virus answer to War Greymon. Whereas War Greymon carried around the swords or the blades, Blitz Greymon carried guns. He was just that much of a G. And it's his ace variant, so if I can make a deck work for this, it'll be heckin' strong. Ooh. This pack feels thick. Unusually thick. Oh, I have a good feeling about you. I have a very good feeling about you. Can we get a clean rip? Can we get a clean rip? Nope, we can't get a clean rip. Oh, wait. Clean rip. Okay, double good feeling. Double good feeling. Maybe we'll get something good here. Maybe we'll get something really good. So we got Unimon again, screaming into the heavens. Iceman! Iceman! Toropiamon. I'm not going to be mad about Toropiamon. Tanamon is vibing in the dirt, as you should. Soundbirdmon. Palmamon! Ah, look at you vibing. I love you. Garurumon once again proving to be the goodest boy to ever be a good boy with that silly ass face. He's a derpy boy. I love him. Devimon. This is unusual. So, Devimon is supposed to be a feared fallen angel Digimon. And yet, look at him. He's vibing with Betamon and Agamon, sharing a piece of meat. That's actually pretty cute. I like that. I like that. He's just babysitting the boys. That's so cute. That's actually really adorable. I like that. Ah. So, when we look at the sprite, color or no color, that's no mistaking. That's, I believe that's Hedera, the pollution monster. And so we have Raremon, yet another pollution monster. And yet, in spite of the fact that this thing is spewing toxic sludge into a city dock of sorts, rising from the water to spread toxic waste to everyone, like he was coming in from Twitter.com to share an opinion, I actually find him very adorable. There is not a thought of any malice whatsoever behind those strange, derpy eyes that don't even fully face forward. There is not a single thought that is gripping onto that smooth-ass brain. All thoughts slide, like a ball, right off of his dome piece. He has no thoughts. I love him. Why are you giving me all these analog men and no machine Dramon? Abatomon. Oh boy, I love my eyeballs Digimon. Listen, I very rarely hate a Digimon. I love all my Digimons. Even the trash Digimon that I used to have a whole lot of hatred in my heart for, I never truly hate them. It's more so me playing into the role of hatred. But I don't hate them. I really do not. Instead, my hatred goes for Digimon that I just do not vibe with. If you gave me like some Cthulhu-looking motherfuckers, if you gave me the most ugly Digimon imaginable, I would love them regardless. But Eismon, specifically Eismon, I hold a lot of hatred in my heart for that design. Had to sip on my lean there. Okay. Devidramon, still looking good. I love that you got your nails did, girl. Mm-hmm. Unimon screaming ever onward into the void. Koromon being presented that pill. Hannymon. Ah, you're so cute. Okay, so we got another baby. Ogremon. Torapiamon. We're getting a lot of repeats. Icemon Scatter Mode. Oh boy. Ooh, okay, we got another baby. We got Betamon. And he's doing the same thing that Elecmon is doing. Like, he's just exploding out of the screen with a bunch of little sprites. It's so cute. It's heckin' adorable. I don't know why. It's just heckin' adorable. Look at him. And he's jumping out of the screen while hugging and munching on his piece of meat. He's just a good boy. He's just a really good boy. Oh! And we have Greymon. I adore that his arms are so small and yet so toned. Because it's like thick arms, clearly strong, large in head, but dad is the shape of the bod. He is a chubby man, but a strong man. Look at him. Like, grown all you want. This is what peak male performance looks like. We all strive to one day have a dad bod like Greymon. Potamon being very cute and munching on that meat. Ooh! This is the tamer who controls the puppet Digimon that we were looking at earlier. And I love her aviator design. Look at that. It's like she's a pilot. And I think based on that art, maybe she's coming from the web novel, actually. And if that's the case, wasted design. We need more pictures of Mirai Kinosaki. She is very, very pretty. I love that this pretty lady is just... Oh, I love. All right. Cresgarurumon. So if Blitz Greymon is the gun, as opposed to Metal Garurumon being the gun, And War Greymon is the blade. This right here is the blade opposite of the gun that is Metal Garurumon. This is Crest Garurumon, a version of the Garurumon species who only exists for one reason and one reason only, and that is to be a freaking problem with a sword. While you were out there training and lobbying around, he was studying the ways of the blade way before your time. Now, we've gotten those pieces, and it makes me wonder if we're going to be able to get our hands on Omnimon Alter S, which is his other variant of himself from the Digimon Adventure anime from 2020. So, fingers crossed, there is hope yet. I'm so far getting very lucky with some of these pulls. Obviously, plenty of repeaters. We have yet another Tokomon. We have Tuskmon going the way, bisexual King Space Godzilla. We appreciate him. Gizamon being a bully to his own babies. Pagumon being a bubble-blowing double baby. Toropiamon. Ogremon. Unimon screaming continuously into the void. If you ever see a horse with sharp teeth, just go into the other direction. Kuwagamon. Whereas some might have appreciated Kabuterimon, and certainly so did I cannot deny that Kuwagamon is such a hard beetle design. Like, look at that. Look at that strong Herculean beetle. He is strong. I love his sprite. His sprite is just a beetle with horns, and that design is terrifying. God, does it strike terror in the right way. And being, in the same way that Devimon was being like a babysitter for the boys, we have Angemon also being a babysitter for the boys. And Angemon has been working out. Like, usually he's presented as a little bit on the lanky side in the Digimon anime, but here, hello. I guess we're putting that once again on the list of potential hear me outs, but considering he's human shaped, I think that's a reasonable hear me out. You can't look at me funny for that hear me out. Betamon being adorable. Ooh, the punching bean himself. This is Mamemon, a different ultimate level Digimon from the version 1 device. He was the beginning of Digimon just being heckin' strong. Look at that arm. This round boy has giant fists for one reason and one reason only: to punch the daylights out of you. And he will. Oh, I love him. He is so good. The punching bean. Ooh. And I love this. God, this hologram. And you can see a differentiating pattern in the light with the dog tags and stuff. All right, this is from the Digimon anime, and I'll probably hold on to this card and give it to Nate because he has an adventure deck. This is Where Garurumon Sagittarius mode. This is basically a version of Where Garurumon where he channels friendship so that he can fly. He basically grows these metal magic wings out of his back that grant him the ability of flight, but he can also take them off of his back and wield them like a sword. Almost like it was teasing at the idea of his evolution into Crest Garurumon so that he can wield the blade and be a champion of friendship. I love him so much. The way his fur is designed here in this illustration, I think he's flying in the rain. And that just looks so good. God, I need a binder to store these guys. They are so good. The art is so good. I cannot get over it. I cannot stress that enough. All right. Next pack. Hopefully, we get something good. Come on. All right, we got Palmon. Sunomon. This time the meat is being levitated downward instead of the protein. Parasaurmon looking very, again, regal. Elecmon doing the same thing as Betamon and coming out of the device. Tanamon is living it up. Really wish someone would clean that poop. Kokeshimon looking very regal. Oh boy, it's Eismon, guys. Devimon babysitting the boys. Sukamon about to throw shit. Airdramon having a very important message for you. Please hydrate. I'm begging you, please hydrate. Which, by the way, Kitsunrei, thank you for hydrating me. I did hydrate. Ooh, okay. And this is, I think, I can't remember if it's Nanimon's evolution. I think it is. This is Digitamamon. This is essentially a Digimon that is literally just an egg. And it looks like he's about to be eaten, and we're about to find the answer to what happened to Humpty Dumpty, because, yeah, Greymon is about to crush that egg. Or is he crushing... No! Apparently that egg is borderline indestructible. I didn't pay attention to the details. Look at that. He cracked a tooth. That shell is no joke. He is made of sterner stuff. Oh! Oh, why did you go to sleep, Greymon? Metal Greymon, why did you go to sleep? We pulled you. Look at him in his glory. The original version 1 nuclear dinosaur with a mechanical arm. The one and only, with his original sprite at the bottom in color, and with his art presented slashing and breaking through the screen. Metal Greymon, the other cyborg Digimon. All we're missing, I think, now is Metal Mamemon. And who else? Hold on. It's Metal Greymon, Metal Mamemon. I believe it's Megadramon, which is what we have, Andromon. And then I think we're just missing Metal Tyrannomon. And then we could have all the pieces that we need before we get to Machine Dramon. God, if we pull Machine Dramon out of this PAX, I will probably have to wake up Wolf, because I would wake him up in the middle of the night just to let him know, boy, I just pulled him. I pulled him. Literally him. Oh, that would be sick. Koromon, we're getting a lot of the babies. Kakeshimon, nice. Dividramon, I love how you did your nails. Parasaurmon. Oh boy, it sure does look like an Eismon. Kunemon, being very cute. Cinnamon, get that meat. We getting some protein, boys. Monochromon, still unable to get his shot, unfortunately, because Greymon is just that invasive. Nanimon, you treacherous piece of garbage, but okay. Meat! Oh, and the regular artwork of Andromon, which, by the way, is haunting to look at. He looks like he's just prepped. Like, if ever there is an image that's depicting aura, it's this. Because he looks like he is loading, that he is preparing, and that at any given moment he will attack you. But first he's going to make you think like he's a metallic scarecrow. He's not moving, so you're safe, right? Wrong. You are not safe. You were never safe. You're not going to be safe. You'll never be safe. Alright, we got Kunemon on this first card. Let's see if we can't make it count. I can see some type of heart in the back, but I don't know what Digimon that is. We'll find out. Kunemon. Pamumon. Shout out to the bisexual king Space Godzilla Tuskmon. Gizamon. Tokomon still biting off way more than he can chew. Soundbirdmon looking awful. Pogmon blowing up them bubbles. Nanimon continuing to drink. He really should stop doing that. Ooh, the other one from version 5. The child Digimon Gazimon. Look at that. He's being so cheeky. He's teasing Leomon. Like, it looks like Leomon is just not having it, like, at all. And then Gazimon is just laughing his ass off. He's not in fear of his life. He's just pranking. He's a little trickster, a little prankster. We do a little bit of trolling. He stand up and goated with the sauce. No, for real. I do appreciate that. We got Raremon, again, with those soulless, thoughtless eyes. You gotta be kidding me. So we had all those Andromon earlier, and now we have high Andromon. Not high as in high in elevation. High as in hi Andromon. He does look cool, though. It looks like he's charging a beam, or he's about to take a beam. This is him where he doesn't look skeletal. He's just complete. But I do love the design. It is hard. It is actually hard. I like that. And Abotamon Core. I guess we've completed the Abotamon Eismon set, but I don't care for him. I'm sure he's going to turn out to be like a super strong meta deck. that I'm going to have to deal with in the future. But I don't care because I don't want him. And if I find somebody who wants to trade their other Digimon that I want for that Abotamon, they can have Abotamon. They can have all the Aizmon in my collection. Because I don't want him. He's the only one I don't care for. Tanamon sleeping in the dirt. Palmon being cute. Kokeshimon inviting you to a lovely dinner. Devidramon showing off that nail game, girl. Tsunamon being presented with meat. I didn't realize it, but let me zoom in over here. Look at him. He is drooling. He wants it. He wants that meat. He wants you to give up that meat. Ogremon still looking sinister. Unimon screaming into the void in sparkly fashion. Kabuterimon. Negamon. Just a pile of tentacles and a single eye. Gururumon continuing to prove that he is, in fact, the goodest boy. Oh, yes! Karakurumon. This is the ultimate evolution of the line that we were looking at. And look, even the adult version that we saw earlier is there. And look, they're having a party. I think that's like a soup bowl that it's wearing on her, that she's wearing on her head. But like, look at that design. I can't get over it. It's regal. It's pretty. Oh man, I love it. Like, it's just another beautiful example of Digimon designs being good. Whereas Aizmon, to me, is the weakest form I have ever seen. Karakurumon is just beautiful. It's inspired. It's wonderful. And we were just talking about the other cyborg Digimon. Look at that. We have Metal Mamemon in a rainbow color, too. I didn't even realize. Okay, you know what? Taste the rainbow, motherfucker. It looks like he's unleashing a blast. Let me get a look at what that image looks like. It looks like he's firing his cannon at Ebimon, which is an alien Digimon. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like that. I love that dynamic art. It's very good stuff. That's the stuff that I eat up. I just eat up that art. I wish, in essence, now that I think about it, with you guys doing like the art challenges and the art fight, I almost wish that there was a way to do the art but make it into like trading cards, like artist trading cards and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh man. Tsunamon, looking adorable. Hanimon, the little baby version of all those dolls we saw earlier. Oh boy, look at that. It's Aizmon. Elekmon coming out to say hello. Toropiamon looking very in charge. Pamumon, screaming baby. Pagumon, oh, a shiny Pagumon. Okay, blowing them bubbles. Kabuterimon, about to actually swipe into you. Dad Bod Greymon. Dad Bod Greymon. Gazimon, just looking so cute. Shiny meat. And another high Andromon. Okay, we're getting more of the cyborgs. We don't have very many packs left, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we will get the other boys that we need if I want to build a version of the deck that I want to build. Mostly a version 5 deck if I can help it. I think that would be pretty dope. Dark Tyrannamon. Oh, hold on. Did my music end? Hold on. Okay, it didn't end yet. It did not end yet. Okay, so we're still good. Shout out to the Big G. We got Dark Tyrannamon. Trading card art sounds like a fun idea. Let's go. That would be dope, Max. Hanimon looking very adorable. Kunamon also cute. I love the bugs. I don't know why. I just love the bugs. Elekmon. Toropiamon. I'm not going to bother with Aizmon. Parasaurmon. Kawagamon. Yet another bug. I love my bugs. Anjumon being just a very... Whew, I gotta stop looking at those muscular arms. They're doing it for me. File Island, just looking so pretty. Oh, yes! Okay, so I'm a little confused. I want to say that when I look at this, if it'll focus, I don't know what this silhouette is meant to look like. I can't tell if that's a Godzilla variant, or if this is supposed to be like a Godzilla disguise, like a fake Godzilla, like it's supposed to be before Metal Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla. But this is X-Tyrannamon, another puppet Digimon. Basically another Digimon that crawled into a cute suit. In this case, it's like a doll version of Tyrannamon. And I love him. He's so cute. He looks like he's trying to give you lovings through the screen of the V-Pet. It's so adorable. I can't get over that. He's just wanting to break out of the cage and give you love because he evolved from a Trashmon. He's the evolution of Raremon, that pollution monster we saw earlier. He crawls into the suit and becomes this, and I just think that's so cute. It's so cute. Oh shit, another card I have to save for Nate. Tai Kamiya and Matt Ishida, and they're rocking their reboot outfits. Look at that. How strong is this card? Oh, this. Maybe I shouldn't let him have this card because this might actually end me. So, well, I mean, I'm still going to trade it to him. I'll still trade it to him. If he can get me cards I want, I will give him the cards he wants. Even if it means I have to say goodbye to some really cool looking cards. But you know what? I am a slave to my ambitions. I want Machine Dramon. I will have Machine Dramon. Shout out to the Big G. We got Dark Tyrannomon, Elecmon, Tenamon vibing, Hanimon also vibing, Go Away Eismon. Palmon is still looking at that adorable flower. Pamumon is screaming because how dare you eat their kin. File Island just looks like home to me. It just looks like home. Gabumon is relishing that meat. Negamon needs to go away. Biolante yet again. We have Hydramon. Look at that. I love her. Shout out to the Hydrassi folks. And Edamon. Listen to the king of rock and roll, baby. Oh, oh. Who's the king? I love it. I love him. I love him. I used to hate Edamon. Like, I think it's because I had a hatred for mostly the villain Digimon, but now that I have a better understanding through the power of V-Pets, raising them and getting to know them a little bit at a time as my partners, it's like, I can't be angry with them. Tuskmon, shout out to the bisexual icon, the king himself. We have Space Godzilla, Gizamon, Tokamon still biting off way more than they can chew. Hi, Emmy! Soundbirdmon, Pagumon, the biggest poggers to ever pog, if Pagus. Tanamon is vegetating. We can relate. Kunamon, Anjumon just being a good dad. Garurumon continuing to prove that he is the goodest boy to ever boy. Podamon being good and eating with both hands. Mirai Kinosaki. I'm going to start calling you Mirai Kino. Another metal Mamemon. Oh, and this is that other alt art. Oh. Oh, we have 3 alt art cyborg Digimon. And this one's so smooth. Ooh, what's this? Oh, my little guy evolved. Oh, shoot. I was surprised it happened on stream. Look at that. Mochimon. Again, I'm sorry for the way the refracting rate is awful. But again, it's clean on my side. Look at him. That is, if I can zoom in so you guys can see the pixels, believe it or not, that is my boy Tentamon, the little beetle. He never shows up in these cards here because he wasn't on the original Digimon devices, but it's Tentamon, the little bug. Oh, Bicon. Let's go, Max. Ah, you're so cute. Let's see. Have I gotten you good? You're not hungry. You don't need training. But you have energy. I'll take you out on adventures later. I think that'll be cool. We'll take you out on an adventure. That is so cool. I'm so glad we got that. My goodness. So we got an evolution. You know what? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign of good luck. Maybe this next pack will give us Machine Dramon. I'm on a quest for Machine Dramon. I've assembled the other pieces with the exception of Metal Tyrannomon. I feel this card in the back is different. We'll see. We'll see. We got Koromon being presented with protein. Always get the protein. Little guy evolved so fast. I know, right? Eismon, do not care. Gizamon, such a bully. Pagamon, with them bubbles. Soundbirdmon, a devious little eyeball bird, hate you. Pamumon, screaming because we keep on eating all the fruit on this island. Bicon. Gabumon being heckin' cute. Devimon being a dad, just like Anjumon is being a dad. I gotta put their art together. I just love it. Speaking of protein, get that protein. Always gotta get the vitamin. Hi, Andromon. And Digitamamon. He did feel different. He is a little shiny here. Once again, breaking that poor Greymon's tooth. I don't think that Greymon can recover. We're running out of packs here. And still no sign of Machinedramon. Am I just cursed? Am I not going to get Machinedramon? Like, I got lucky before, and I pulled Chaosdramon on one of my old card packs. But maybe I'm just not destined to have him. Hanimon? Ogremon looking very sinister. Tsunamon getting that meat. Dividramon, love your nails, girl. Who does them? Unimon, screaming at you. Toropiamon, it's not like I like you or anything, baka. Kokeshimon, just, inviting you over for tea. You gotta just have some of that tea. Dad bod Greymon, Dad bod Greymon. Sukamon. Airdramon has a very important message for you. Please vote next time. Vote. God damn you, vote. Oh. This is Raremon. Another Digimon, adventure thing. There is no hear me out for this one. Whereas I thought Raremon was cute, this is not cute. And another Digitamamon. We're getting a lot of Digitamamon now all of a sudden. Did you poop? You pooped. Who gave you permission? Who gave you permission? You know what? Tentamon, you should know better. Stop pooping on stream. Be a good boy. Hold it in next time. I will never ask my boy to hold it in. That's actually cruel. Let them go. Let them go. I think we're down... Oh my god, we're down to our last 4 packs. Still no sign of Machinedramon. Okay. But at the very least, we were gifted with very beautiful art of Digimon cards. And if I have to, maybe later, I'll fork over another $80 and see if we can't get another booster box and see if we can continue the quest. We got Tokomon, alright. Palmon, looking very adorable. Hate You, Aizmon. Kunemon. Elekmon. Kokeshimon. Ogremon. Betamon. Patamon. Monochromon. Shout out to the Hydrussi. What's up, Biolante? And we got the Mega Evolution of the Puppet Digimon. Look at that. Look at her beautiful regalness. Kaguyamon. Kaguyamon, rather. Oh, like Princess Kaguya. Okay, that is clever, actually. Like, that is pristine. That is mint. Oh, that is beautiful. We're always getting pretty ladies. He's stream shy. Machinedramon probably is stream shy. He knows he's an abomination before God, created by a man who had hubris, and he knows that he is not welcome by anyone, but that's okay. I love my son. I love my metallic son. Okay, we got Palmon. All right. Elekmon. Good. Parasaurmon. So far, so good. Aizmon Scatter Mode. Hate You. Shout out to the Big G. Koromon. Why Are You Here? Monochromon. Numemon. Kabuterimon. Another Crescarurumon. Very nice. Way of the Blade. Way of the Blade. And Titanmon. Okay. Okay, another Ogremon evolution. That's fine. I'm not going to be upset about that. I love me some Titanmon. If the cards are telling me I need to build a Titanmon deck, I will build a Titanmon deck. I won't even be disappointed by that. Would still like to build my Machinedramon deck, personally, but hey, sometimes the fate is not in the cards. Sometimes you just got to learn to deal. Nargacuga, are you good? You are not good. Hold on. I will feed you. I will then train you. Good boy. All right. I have to put you to bed at 11 o'clock. What time is it? It's 9:30? See, here's the thing. I wanted this stream to be longer, but I will have to go to bed soon because I do work tomorrow. It may be my Friday tomorrow, so maybe I can stream again on Thursday. I do have plans. Tomorrow we have Moon Girl and Devil Dino. We got to finish that. Then we got to do K-pop Demon Hunters. We have to do K-pop Demon Hunters. We have to. And then we start Jurassic month. It's going to be great. We got Koromon. Yes, pretty lady. Tanamon, 2 babies. 3 babies? 3 babies. So Koromon, Tanamon, and Tsunamon all together. Maybe that gives us hope. Torapiamon. Devidramon. Parasaurmon, Hanimon, Airdramon, Numemon, Angemon, Raremon, and a shiny version of Agumon. Okay, so here's the thing. The draws here have been super strong in the early packs that we opened, but still not Machine Dramon. We're down to our last pack. Down to our last packs. If we don't get Machine Dramon now, there is no hope. I may have to either buy one or hope that Nate gets his own box and maybe is willing to trade it away for me. We'll see. We'll see. Eismon, hate every single one of you. Shout out to the Big G for Tyrannomon. Unimon is still screaming at you. Pagumon continues to blow bubbles. Tokamon will never cease until he eats that meat. Tuskmon, bye con, bye con. Soundbirdmon, go away. Sukamon, you are a devious shit flinger. We got more Negamon. I appreciate you. Kind of. Not really. Gazumon is very cute. Ooh, another Karakurumon. Very pretty lady. And the Punching Bean yet again, Mamemon. Okay, last pack. I'm so far not hopeful. I am not hopeful. I won't lie to you. There's a part of me that is skeptical. I almost want to skip all the cards just to get to the end and be disappointed, but I want to treat this as authentically as possible. Pamumon, Gizamon, Koromon, Kokeshimon, Ogremon, Parasaurmon, Kunemon, Dadbod Greymon, Kuwagamon, Raremon, Crescarurumon. Considering he's being presented here, it means I have very little hope for the next Digimon. Oh, okay. In an interesting turn of events, we did not get Machine Dramon. Instead, we got, if the camera can focus, I'll put it to the camera a little closer here, what is intended to be officially Mecha Godzilla. In the original art, we have Metal Tyrannomon in that adventure style pose where he was fighting with Greymon in the forest back in 2020. That is pretty dope. That means we technically now have all 5 pieces of Machine Dramon. Almost like the 5 pieces of Exodia, but without having like the head of Exodia. That is pretty wild. We got basically every card that we would need except for the one that I was after. We even got a bunch of Analog Men, which I already told you, I have a hatred for Analog Man, but I cannot deny his importance for the deck that we would have to make in order to make him work. And now I have to put away all this trash because, unfortunately, I gotta, you gotta be a responsible adult sometimes, and you gotta clean up your mess. Even if the mess is mostly the result of your own ambitions, this is a very expensive mess. An expensive mess that has to be taken care of. But that is pretty wild now. So, we got the pieces. In fact, you know what? Oh, I hit the microphone, my bad. I'm going to see if I can't lay them all out. So, we have, from the top, we have Metal Tyrannomon, which is rocking it. And we have... Hold on. I will find the cards. Don't worry. I just have to go through them. We did open a shit ton of these guys here. We have... I know you're not that far down. I did not seriously open up that many cards. Apparently I did. Jesus. Okay. I guess we went through a lot, and I just went through it fairly quickly. I mean, I did do an entire unboxing fairly fast, and I even did our little show and tell, like I said I would. Ah, here we go. Metal Mamemon. Alright, alright. So, not too far off should be the next card, if I can find it quickly. Would be... Not X-Tyrannomon, sadly, although he's very cute. I do appreciate his design. He's a very cute boy. I would protect him at all costs if I could. Okay, this stack is done, which means now we got to go to the next stack. Whoop, don't drop them. Let's see. Another Metal Mamemon, so I'll put that there. I almost have you. Where are you? Up there's Andromon. And then I can kind of explain it. I'm pretty sure I've explained it before in previous streams. Oh, can't forget you, Metal Greymon. You are the boy. You are the man. You are the geezer. Uh, but I have explained it in previous streams, I believe, where the other pieces go into Machine Dramon. But I guess I've never done like a proper illustration, an explanation, like an image to go with each of these things that I've discussed. There's Analog Man. I might as well put you there because, I mean, it isn't possible without you infecting the code the way you did. So I'll put you there for now. But only for now, you hear? I do not acknowledge you as my goat, but you're there. Megadramon, because you've got to have Megadramon. He is important to the pieces because he is the headpiece, among other things. But we'll get to that in a moment. We will get to that in a moment. Let's keep on rolling about. Skull Greymon is so cool. It would have been so cool if it turned out that Skull Greymon makes up the interior skeleton of Machine Dramon, but I don't think the world would be ready for that conversation. I really don't. All right, Todopiamon, and then we got, where are you, where are you? I know you're hiding in here. You are some, there's that other Andromon, always appreciate. And was that all, I think? Yes, that was. Okay, perfect. So the Analog Man here is responsible for basically invading the world of Digimon and infecting the code of Digimon so that he could take away their pieces. You have Andromon's head, which actually makes up the skull cap, if you can believe it, of Machine Dramon, and even his chest missiles, or at least very similar to it. Metal Greymon's arm and chest missiles also go into Machine Dramon, so it's very important. It's almost like these guys are the legs and the arm here. Megadramon, his skull piece here actually goes into Machine Dramon, and his metal arm goes, I believe, on the right arm. And then we have Metal Mamemon with his cannon that he has on one arm. Those get dueled up and put onto Machine Dramon's back after getting enlarged. And finally, we have over here Metal Tyrannomon. His bottom jaw actually goes into Machine Dramon, and then the rest of it is just made up to fill up space, where they just take all these individual pieces, Frankenstein it together, and say, bam, here is the Metal Chimera Digimon. So each of these pieces here go into him, and technically, because of the way the cards are worded, these guys would work in a deck together. Different colors. We got red and black, we have yellow and black, we have blue and black, we have green and black, and then we have purple and black. All revolving around the color black for the Machine Dramon color archetype, and then different colors to diversify that he has taken pieces from different Digimon, splice them together, and then if I had the cards right now, I would put Machine Dramon right here. But I can't, because this wonderful hobby that I have just said you cannot have it. It is not yours. It is not attainable. You cannot have Machine Dramon. Not today. Not in this set. So I guess now the question becomes, if I wanted to complete this set, do I just buy the cards individually? Do I hope that Nate eventually acquires his own box and maybe opens it up for a trade? Or would this be a weird case where I just have to buy another booster box and try again myself? Like, I don't mind buying individual cards to make a deck. I have done it before to make Nate's deck back when he was trying out Digimon for the first time. But I don't know if it would be the same and applicable on my side. Do I want to build a deck that I build piecemeal because I purchased the cards? Or do I want to build a deck with pure luck? Do I want to build it with pure luck, or do I want to buy each individual card knowing that I have to pay probably a mint for them? Who knows? These are certainly the questions that will haunt my dreams tonight, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Hell, I'm not even sure I'm going to go to sleep. I'm drinking an energy drink out of a cup. At least I have the decency to sip it out of a straw.
instead of being a crazy person and just chugging it down like it's going out of style. I guess that's why Schnun's lasts so much longer than mine. But yeah, no, we did it. We accomplished quite a bit here. Like we got most of the Digimon from the original series. The only thing we're missing is Seadramon, which I didn't see show up even once. That actually kind of disappointed me because that's an original version 1 Digimon that I would have loved to have seen. We didn't see Manzemon anywhere either, which would have been really cool to see for Numamon. We got one copy of Metal Greymon, and we got Agumon, Greymon, and then Metal Greymon, and one copy of Blitz Greymon. That was pretty cool. That completes an entire evolutionary line right there by itself. But the one key piece that I'm looking for, the one card that I'm going to be chasing, that is my ultimate chase, that is my ultimate dream to sit down and acquire, is Machine Dramon. I want Machine Dramon. I want Machine Dramon. He is my boy. He is the one that I am after. He is the one that I shall acquire. I just need to check up on Tentamon, who apparently is very hungry. I will give you your meat, little boy. You can eat that, and then hopefully you won't bother anybody else, at least until later. I'll do your training before bed, too. So I guess that's pretty much all for show and tell. Like, an original Digital Monsters Metal Greymon from 1997, an original pendulum device of when they were experimenting with the X antibody, a Monster Hunter version of Digimon, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, we got Nargacuga on a device. Who else can say that they're walking around with Nargacuga on their side? Opened a bunch of cards that, honestly, if I could collect all the cards and put them in a binder, I think that would be the coolest thing ever as a display piece, because this is probably the one that I would display. Not only to build a deck, but just to be like, let me slip this into a binder and call it a perfect display to put up on a wall somewhere. And then, of course, crashing the party because I showed him at the beginning of the stream, and I don't know how many people saw the beginning. We have Spinosaurus. He is so big. Like, you saw how big my hands are in relation to these cards. Look at him. I don't have a shelf for him. I thought he would be smaller. He's not small. He's the size of like a medium sized cat. He is so big. He is just so big. I don't know where I'm going to put him. And that's embarrassing for me. Can he stand on his own? Or are you going to fall? Are you going to fall, big guy? I'm going to stand you up on top of the cards. This almost feels disrespectful. He can stand up on top of the cards. God damn it. He's so big. He's so big. I don't know where to put him. Oh, God. This is such a good problem to have. I will have to invest in shelves so I can display this certified hater of T-Rexes. Like, God, he's so big. He's so big. I want to take him with me to the Jurassic World movie, which I do want to talk a little bit about that. Before I get into the movie, there was one thing that I wanted to talk about earlier in the stream. Emmy heard what I said, but I didn't explain this very well at the beginning. So Thursday, I actually had to see a doctor because something interesting happened. In my job, in my line of work, sometimes you have to deal with dangerous chemicals. I didn't think that a drain solution that was meant to clear clogs in a drain would be hazardous to my health until today. Or not today, until Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Until Thursday. I come into work. They're telling me, please clear out the drain. They give me a chemical. I fill the chemical. The drain isn't getting unclogged. It's going down, but it's not staying down. Turns out it was collecting in the P-trap, that little curve in the pipes that collects there. And so it wasn't going down, it was getting stuck. So what did they do? They undid the P-trap, released the water. I thought the chemicals were gone. Turns out they weren't. The chemicals in the water seeped into my pants. I thought my pants would provide me with protection. They did not. But at first, I didn't feel anything bad. I didn't feel a burning. I felt like a slight itching, but I didn't think much of it. And then I stood up. And when I stood up, apparently my pants had fused with my skin thanks to the acid. And so when my pants pulled away, it pulled skin away. And that's when the pain started. I had to roll up my leg, my pant leg. I saw that my shin was turning red. The hairs were kind of pulled out. It looked like I was bleeding out of my pores. And yeah, it was painful. I had to go to a doctor. They had to clean up my wound with cold water, wrap it up. And for the last few days, my leg has basically just been wrapped up and healing with aloe and antibiotics because I didn't want to get an infection. But long story short, yeah, I burned my left leg with acid. A small, weak acid, mind you, for clearing out clogs in the drain, but acid nevertheless. I was in pain. I will not deny. It exhausted me because I had to walk carefully with my leg, careful not to let anything touch my shin. So, for the last few days, and me working 12 days in a row for that sweet, delicious overtime money, I'm exhausted. I am tired. But that's okay because this Thursday, all that hard work pays off. I get paid. I'm getting paid for 12 days that I worked straight. I'm getting paid 2 days worth of overtime. That's 16 hours. And I'm being paid 8 hours of holiday pay for working on the 4th of freaking July instead of staying home. So all that is going to accumulate in a fat paycheck. And what am I going to do with that fat paycheck? Oh, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go to Universal Studios City Walk in Orlando. I'm going to take this Spinosaurus with me to the movie theater, and I'm going to watch Jurassic World because I was supposed to see it last Thursday, and I had to cancel my ticket. But I'm going to see Jurassic World. This guy is going to sit next to me, and we're going to watch that movie. That movie can suck all the ass that it wants. It could probably be the shittiest movie that I've ever seen, but I don't care. I want to watch it because I wanted to watch it since last week, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to eat a bunch of popcorn and drink a bunch of soda until I'm sick. Oh, I've never felt so passionate about something, and it's all because I was suffering for the last few days. Oh, and that's when I realized I was accident prone. So, to add more to the stories, so Thursday was acid. Wednesday, oh no, wait, no, I got my stories mixed up. Thursday, I actually quote unquote, cut open my nose. I did not cut open my nose. Everybody thought I cut open my nose because it was bleeding a lot. Turns out, if you get a cut on any part of your face, you bleed a lot and it looks scary, but most of the time it's just a small cut. So my nose got cut because of something stupid that I did, and people thought that I had split open my face. But when they wiped it away, it's like a small cut, a small incision. You just bleed a lot from your nose. So people thought I hacked up my face. I didn't. I was fine. Took a little Band-Aid, put a little bit of antibiotic, and called it square. Friday was acid day. That sucked. Saturday, I got soaking wet. Turns out, when a pipe breaks, it gets filled with dirt and sand here in this wonderful state of Florida. And as a result, you have to unclog the pipes. So I did that. I took apart the shower. I opened it up so I could let some water out and hopefully clear some of the sand out. Nobody told me they shut off the line, so I'm trying to understand, why is there no water coming out? I opened that thing all the way. No water was coming out. And then within minutes, I repeat, minutes of me just opening it up, and I'm like, maybe I should close it. That's when the people who were working on the water opened the water, and I got shot with all the pressure of pure 130-degree hot water. It was just plowing into my chest. My glasses were getting foggy. I was burning, and I was also being pelted by the sand stuck in the drain. I was not having a good day. I fumbled blindly until I closed the water line. I flooded the bathroom, and I told them, guys, I took a shower because you guys didn't warn me. And so that was that. It was horrifying to me. Specifically to me, it was horrifying that I could have this many days of bad luck. I don't know if I just pissed off some Romani, like, doctor, or if I just accidentally crossed paths with an actual unlucky black cat, or maybe I walked under a ladder that was invisible to the naked eye and I just didn't know. But every day since Thursday, I've been hit with bad luck. I am tired. Tomorrow is my last day before I take my 2 days off. And I'm going to revel in clocking out. I'm going to go to work. I'm not going to do anything but my job. I'm going to focus on the job, knowing that I did what I set out to do. I streamed today. I got to get some cool cards. This is beautiful artwork. And if you guys ever do like an artist trading card thing where you just like put names and a little fun fact and a cool image of like your avatar or some OCs, that would be pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. I did everything I set out to do. I did my show and tell. I did my show and tell to talk to you guys about my stories for the last few days. I did everything that I wanted to do, like open up these cards and draw out cool art. I have finally done everything I wanted to do, and I am so tired. Even though I'm happy, I am happy as can be, believe it or not, in spite of the misery, in spite of today and these last few days being the way they are. I'm happy because I finally did what I wanted to do. And that was this. I don't care if I didn't have that many people show up. I don't care if I didn't play a video game like I originally wanted to do. I wanted to do this cool show and tell, and then when we got done talking about all this cool stuff that I have here, I wanted to sit down and play a video game, or hell, crack this instruction booklet open and build the next Zoid model kit that I have lined up sitting on my desk. I have all the runners sitting here for us to build together. I don't care. I don't. And why don't I care? Because I finally did what I wanted to do. I finally got to share my story. I finally got to talk to you guys, hang out with you guys, and just let it all out and let my heart out. I am good. We can always build our model kit another day. Maybe I'll build it on Thursday, because I'm going to be free on that day after I watch my movie. I can talk about the movie for a little bit, maybe go into spoiler-free territory so I don't accidentally spoil for those who actually care to watch the movie. If you don't care to watch the movie, then we can still talk about it. Like, we can talk about it together and have ourselves a good time, have a conversation, and we can just share our thoughts. And I'll build the model kit and we can have ourselves a good one. And we'll get to hang out again tomorrow, mayhaps. Oh no, that is a guarantee. Tomorrow, after I'm done with work, Devil Dino, Moon Girl and Devil Dino, we're finishing it off. K-pop Demon Hunters, because Wolf sat me down and I only got to see the first half of that movie while we were eating dinner, and I am so excited to finish it. I want you guys to see just how absolutely freaking insane that movie is. The GIFs don't do it justice, because the GIFs and context are wild. I love it so much. It is so fucking cute and cool at the same time. It has no right being as good as it is. And then when we're done with that, Jurassic Park. We're going to go through every single movie. And if I can find a reputable website, maybe we could watch the newest Jurassic film. But for now, I'm good. Right here, right now, I am satisfied with what we have done today. I am happy that we got to just have a good time together, talk together. I got to share my story. I got to share these cards, and I got to just have, finally, fun. I just wanted to have fun. And I had it. Maybe next time I stream, we'll play some Digimon, like we can finally advance through some more of Digimon's story at Cyber Sleuth. Or maybe I could just boot up Jurassic World Evolution, because Jurassic World Evolution 3 is coming out this year. I didn't even know it was coming out, and there it is. It's coming out, and I can just have a good time building a theme park with a bunch of dinosaurs. Now they've included baby dinosaurs. I saw images of precious little baby dinosaurs rubbing their snoots up against their parents' snoots in the adorable reptile and mammal kiss, and I'm like, oh, It's so cute. I'm so happy. This year has been nothing but a positive year for games. It's been a positive year for the things that I personally enjoy. We're getting a new Digimon game. We're getting new V Pets. The card game is going wild and going places and exploding. And it is all thanks to people who just give Digimon a chance, who give Jurassic Park a chance, and I'm staying away from Twitter. Blue Sky is pretty alright, but Twitter I decided to go and take a deep dive, and the sheer amount of negativity that exists for Jurassic World right now, the sheer amount of negativity that exists for anything. Hell, I'm watching people getting upset over apparently Superman being woke because people refer to Superman as a migrant or an immigrant, and I'm sitting here like, yes, he is literally an illegal alien who came into the country and found his way to being a good person, a good citizen, and a symbol of the American dream. I love Superman, but, you know, not going to get into that. Not today. We will save that discussion for a different stream. A different stream where we can get into some of those uncomfortable topics. A different stream where we could potentially get into some of the discussions that are now affecting the North American servers. I won't lie to you. If you live in the NA servers, I am sorry for you. The EU servers are looking pretty good right now. Hell, even the Aussie servers are looking pretty good right now. I might even be bold to say that one day I'll migrate my data into the Canadian servers because I hate it here. Hey, as long as I get good internet, I don't care what server I have to migrate to. But right now, the NA servers are cancerous, pure cancerous. Pay attention to the news and you'll see what I'm talking about. But for now, let's call it a stream. We've collected our cards. I've shown off the V-Pets. Tentamon has pooped on the stream yet again. He is apparently just a nervous boy. He's a nervous wreck. I apologize for him being a mess. He just is what it is. Come to our server. We have cookies. Listen, I will gladly go to your snowstorm and volcano exploding ridden server if it means that I am safe to openly be the pansexual digital monster that I am always meant to be. I almost want, in the future, if I ever give Pulsemon drip, genuinely, give me a second. Let me get comfortable over here. Let me go over here for a second. Also, Ink Turret over on YouTube, I feel so sorry for you because we're almost done with the stream. We are almost done here. God, it's the worst timing possible. Um, oh, wrong one. There we go. Like, if I could be so bold, look at this model. I love this model. I do. But if I could be so bold, I would love to one day, let me drag myself up, stand up on my desk here for a minute. Hang on. If I would be so bold, I would love to one day say that I could wear pansexual clothing. Maybe dress up in that 90s drip, because the 90s drip, the one that I'm talking about, the pink and the yellow and stuff like that, the one where it's hats backwards, what the owl was wearing in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie from way back in the day. If I could wear that drip on Pulsemon, I would absolutely rock that drip. Keep my shoes, though. These shoes are good. These shoes are perfectly fine. Maybe I'll trade them in for decent sneakers, but my toes literally fit through them, so I'd rather not. But if I were to wear drip, I would want that drip. I would have to find a way to commission Danny and be like, hey, can you put Pulsemon in the cool 90s drip? That would be pretty cool, I think. And yeah, that would be pretty dope, I think. I think I could rock that outfit, and it would be in the pansexual colors, so hey, eat it, bigots. I'm attracted to everything. I do appreciate women, though. Ooh, I actually drew something like that for Art Fight. You need to share. Actually, you know what? I'll pay attention to Blue Sky later, and I'll take a look at it myself, but I would love to see that art. That would be cool if I was rocking that early 90s, early 2000s drip on Pulsemon. I think he could rock it. That would be a cool thing to add to my file. People have the nerve to be attractive, right? Just
Whether you be gay, straight, male, female, exist in the non binary, or somewhere in between, or somewhere outside of the binary, I do not care. If you are attractive, I will stare at you longingly. The way I look at you, it has intent. It's a promise. Anyway, oh gosh. But yeah, no. I think I could rock that drip. And I think that would be cool. I would want to be brave enough to wear the colors, wear the outfit. I didn't realize this. Wait a second. Hold on. I never realized this detail. Wait, look at my feet. I'm stretching on the balls of my feet. I'm actually standing, like, not on tiptoes, but I'm standing up. I never realized that if I move my head like that, I'm technically standing on my tiptoes. I never noticed that detail before, and now that I'm noticing it, it's driving me crazy. It's so cute. It is so cute. Wait, that makes me happy. Oh gosh. See, dare people how dare people have good personalities. Oh no, personalities also are the biggest vibe. You can honestly, in depending on who you talk to, you could look completely unattractive in the eyes of someone else. But I promise you, there is someone out there who will look at you, and in spite of quote unquote conventional methods of beauty, you are attractive to somebody. Okay? You are attractive to someone. Someone out there. There we go. I had to adjust my model. Someone out there finds you attractive. I promise that. That is the truth. Like right now, I count my lucky stars every single day. My partner, in spite of the fact that I am basically just a big old man child. I mean, you've seen what I collect. I have a dinosaur. I have Tamagotchi. I have never shown you my actual Tamagotchis. I'm not talking about Digimon. I'm talking about Tamagotchi. I have Tamagotchi. And you know what? My partner showed me their Tamagotchis. And one of the things that we desperately want to do is go out on a date and have our Tamagotchis with us so that they can connect together and go on a date together too, to marry our Tamagotchis. That is the cutest thing that they want us to do together, and I love them for it every day. Just, ah, they're so cute. Instead of looking at me and being like, oh, that's a little bit childish, that's just, this little, you're an adult man, you shouldn't be playing with Tamagotchi or Digimon or collecting these things. No, it turns out they're just as big of a kid as me. They are cute. I love them every day. I love them every single day. I don't tell them enough that I love them. I'm probably going to hit their DMs later before they go to bed and be like, I love you. And just, they make me so happy. They really do. Always tell your partners you love them. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they've heard you say it a million times. It doesn't matter if maybe you annoy them a little bit or maybe you worry that you annoy them. Just tell them you love them. They will not be disappointed. They won't hate that. They love it. And deep down you know you love it too. I can't blink. Why can't I blink? Uh-oh. Did I break? Oh my god, my model broke. I look insane. My eyes are changing sizes all the time, and that's because I'm trying. Oh god. There we go. I can blink now. Okay. My camera. My camera, my camera. Why are you doing this? You choose to malfunction at the end of the stream at the worst possible time. Oh man. But yeah, no, adorbs. I want to take them on a double date with our Tamagotchi. I feel like that would be the perfect goal. One day I will even marry my partner and we will share our Tamagotchi collection. We'll talk about Digimon. We'll watch the anime together. And maybe one day we'll even have kids. I think it's a dream. Right now, we live far away from each other because distance is our biggest obstacle. But one day, I'll save up a bunch of money, whether it be through streaming or working extra hours at my job. And just like how Nate was able to go on a date with Danny and they were able to share moments together, I'll want to do that too. And I'm going to. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And when I do, I'm going to smother them with so much love. And they're probably going to jump my bones and smother me with other things other than love, but we're not ready to have that conversation live on stream. Not today. Not while my internet is apparently blowing up and trying to kill itself. Oh man. What the heck, man? You are being so cute talking about your partner. I have to be. They are my everything. Like, I don't talk about them enough on stream because I try to keep a bit of my private life private, and I try not to talk about my social status or relationship status openly because I know that it can be like a weird conversation to have out loud on the streaming side of things. And it's true. It's true. It's very difficult to have that conversation depending on who you talk to and depending on like where your stream is being hosted at. They don't like you talking about having a partner. The idea of being taken and a streamer is apparently wild. And yet, and yet, I see a lot of streamers, VTubers or not, who are married. People will be weird. It's inevitable. They're going to be weird. They're all going to be weird. But the people who aren't weird get to appreciate the fact that the people they're watching live on the internet are adorable. They have a couple, they are a couple, they have kids. I've seen so many VTubers who turn out to actually just be moms and they have the most wonderful personality. Sometimes the kids show up on stream and they have the most wonderful dynamic and they're so cute and it's so healthy because it's just a mom and their kid or a dad and their kid. And it's so good. It makes me forget all about the weird people on the internet. It makes me forget about all the freaks that make things uncomfortable or the freaks that make things just so much worse for no reason. And it just makes me happy. So yeah, if you're ever feeling down, just always remember, your personality is more than just a coping mechanism for people to say, oh, you're not single. There's someone who will love you for this and that. Trust me when I say that if I can score, despite me hating the way I look, I hate myself, but my partner loves me and calls me a bunch of names that if I said out loud right now, I would probably be rated M for mature. If I can find someone like that who can match my freak, who is unapologetically, in my eyes, an absolute goddess, but they are they, them, or he, him, depending on the day. But they are a beautiful he, him. I love them, and they love me. And that's all I need. That is literally all I need. That keeps me going, that keeps me breathing, that makes me happy whenever I wake up in the morning, is just thinking about they're out there, they woke up, they went to work, and they love me. And I'm going to work, and they know that I love them. It's so cute. It keeps me going. It does. Always know that there's someone out there who is going to love you, who's going to match your freak, probably, and that'll love your hobbies. Happy for you, dude. I have to do. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's nothing but good stuff. And today, I definitely needed this. I needed to let all of this out. I definitely needed to open those cards. We did good. We did good. A good couple hour stream. And now I'm hopped up on energy drinks and I don't think I'm going to bed soon. So that means I'm going to have to raise that little guy that I have back there on my own and not on stream because unfortunately the screen doesn't capture very well on camera. Either that or I need to get a camera with a better refresh rate. But thank you all for joining me on the Pulse. Thank you for staying with me for our Digital Monster show and tell. And the next time I stream, whether it be Thursday or maybe if I'm lucky Friday, probably after I follow up with the doctor to check up on my leg, maybe we'll do a stream then. Maybe Thursday and Friday. In the meantime, because I see Max is over there, Max, I love you, buddy. You're awesome. Your Deltarune streams have been keeping me really entertained when you and Faith are together. You're awesome. Emmy, you are full of nothing but the most wholesome energy that I could possibly imagine. I love that you bring such a vibrant life when playing Ace Attorney with you and your friend. It's so cool. Pixel is a goblin. That's all I have to say. She is a goblin of an Eevee. And one of these days, she is probably going to kill me, or I'm going to kill her. We're probably just going to have an engage in a battle of the Mons. Pokemon versus Digimon, baby. It'll be cool. Let's see. Intro. I don't know if you're still here. You're a good ghost. You're a friendo geist. You're awesome. You always will be awesome. Uh, Ink Turret. You just got here. I don't know if you're still in the chat. Thank you for hopping on my YouTube channel and giving me a bit of life there. I was honestly feeling a bit bummed out about multi-streaming and not having anybody to talk to on YouTube, but I'm so glad that you're there. And yeah, this is going to be a good night. I can now go to sleep knowing I got so much off my chest, and I can just retire. I can retire. Everyone take care. Be safe out there no matter which server you're at. Every day outside of Pride Month is still Pride for us, and we're going to get through it together. Farewell until the next time.